Hello, Kansas City. I'm Alex Atkinson with Channel 9 News. Today's news story: discrimination. Discrimination is a fact of life for many people. We normally think of discrimination as an issue of race or sexual preference. But today, I'd like to discuss a different type of discrimination: religious discrimination. How would it feel to know that 40% of Americans believe that you do not agree with their views of American society at all? How would it feel to know that 47% of parents would disapprove of their child marrying you? Well, that is a daily reality for an atheist. The average American is not aware of the beliefs of atheists. In fact, many are disinformed. According to the Organization of American Atheists, an atheist is someone who doesn't believe in a God. An atheist is someone who needs proof. They weigh evidence before accepting, and they believe that extraordinary claims require extraordinary explanations. Here with me today, I have Danny Ferguson. How you doing, Danny?
Good, thank you for having me.
All right, well, how do you tell us a little about yourself?
Well, I live in a small town. I'm a web developer. I have a wife and a daughter. I'm a small-time politician, and I'm in many ways just a typical person.
All right. What caused you to become an atheist?
Well, in a way, we're all born atheists. We're all born without a belief in God, but I was indoctrinated into religion like many people are, and in my mid-20s, I began to reevaluate that, and looked at the reasons I believed and decided I wasn't convinced by those reasons any longer.
All right. Do you feel you're judged when people hear your beliefs?
I'm certainly mistrusted. A lot of people don't understand what it's about. They have questions. They make assumptions about it. So yeah.
Do you believe you have been discriminated against because of your beliefs?
Well, people are certainly shocked and surprised, and I have received a few sort of vague threats. Nothing too serious, though. There is the issue of Christianity being enshrined by our government, put our money in our pledge. Things like that are a little bothersome. I feel like it's being forced upon us a bit. And there was one instance where I was asked by a local political party to run for the state representative. And after telling them about my religious position, they chose someone else to run for that race.
Well, would you like to discuss the Establishment Clause?
Sure. The Establishment Clause in the First Amendment basically says that Christianity or any religion is not to be the official religion of our country. And I think over the last 50 years we've drifted away from what the founders intended there toward putting God and religion into the schools, into the pledge, on the money, things like that. I think they're bad for religion, and they're bad for people who don't follow religion.
Why do you believe those are bad?
Well, even when I was a Christian, when I was a minister, I understood that making an official religion sort of takes away religious freedom. It makes people more likely to be nominal Christians. It removes that freedom that has allowed religion to flourish in this country. And as a non-believer, I don't want myself or my daughter taught that we have to follow this religion in order to be an American, because I know that's not true. It's in the First Amendment.
These people exercise their First Amendment rights by protesting military policy at a funeral. They used religious arguments, and although they weren't welcomed by the community, police could not force them to stop due to their First Amendment rights. Unfortunately, other religious minorities, including atheists, do not often feel as protected by the First Amendment and often remain silent. When one such student, Kendall Thomas, was asked how she thought people would react to the news of her religious beliefs, she felt she would lose a lot of friends and be looked down upon by her community.
As you can see, atheism is not a belief system widely accepted by American society. It is a target of discrimination in the workplace, politics, and every other facet of life. In the future, will the U.S. respect the First Amendment rights of this group? Let's hope so.